Hello everybody and welcome back to another video from the Investor Diary. So today will be the first day where we talk about the trading methodology that we're following, and today we will actually link to the person who we based our plan on. Let's talk in simpler terms. Okay, my trading methodology depended on something that I learned from someone on YouTube. And in this video down, you will find a link to his YouTube channel. I think his name is Paul because his channel's name is spelled his name backward. I think it's slow up or something like that. Okay. So let's get to my trading methodology. So what you can do, go to his videos, learn the system that I learned from. The base of my methodology is his methodology. And now I will be talking about in this video and in the next videos about the trading methodology that I'm following, which is not literally his methodology, but it is based on his methodology. So let's start. The first thing we are going to talk about is identifying the trading range. So let's start a new session. This is Traders Casa. I talked about this before. It's a backtesting environment. I'm using the free version, and therefore, during our session, we will have advertising from this website interrupting our session. So, yeah. And I will link to this as well down below. I will also put all the links on the blog post because every video that I record is embedded in a blog post in the Investor Diary blog. Okay, so the session name, let's say, today we are going to do oops, the CAD GPY. Starting balance at 1000, select pair. We're going to use the CAD GPY. And I'm just choosing CAD GPY for no reason at all. This can be applied to any asset. Pick a date. We're going, as usual, from the beginning of the year, July, January 1st. Okay. Save. Okay, let's start. GPY, and here is the name, Traders Casa. You can have the paid version if you want, and I mean there are two paid versions. One which you can get rid of the ads, and another one, a more expensive one, where you get more features. Okay, so this is the chart. The first thing that we want to do is identify the trading range, as we said. So the first thing in this range, we find this bottom here. This bottom is intercepted by this. So if we take the line here, and this is the inducement, which I will talk about later, but let's put it here. This is the inducement, is the last pullback after a peak or bottom. This way, a bottom is identified, the low of the range is identified. So when this inducement, let me change its color. When this inducement is hit, that means the bottom of the range has been identified, and this is the bottom of the range, okay, of the previous range. And now this bottom has been hit. So that means because this bottom now is an official bottom, if we can say official, then a trade of then any break of it is a break of structure. If this was not hit and we went below this low, then it will not be a break of structure and the inducement will be lowered to catch the lower bottom. Okay, so this is broken here. Now let's move. Now, is this okay? And the distance between this and that, because this is a break of structure, we take the highest point of that range from from the previous low to the current low, the one that was hit, and we take it as the high of the next range. And as you can see, we have hit the first advertising. So what we're trying to do here is to understand what is the range that we are going to use for our trading methodology. So the basis is identifying a trading range, the high of the range and the low of the range. Okay, so now we identified the high of the range. So this is the high of the range. We are on the 15 minute. I usually trade on the 1 hour and the 4 hours. And Paul, the one from the channel, he prefers that one person concentrates on one time frame. I don't do that. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I don't do that. I concentrate on the 4 hour and the 1 hour for different reasons, which we will talk to maybe in the future once we get this out. Why I'm doing this? I'm doing this for my own documentation. The best way to understand something is to explain it. And apart from sharing with the ones who are following, whether the YouTube channel or the blog, two parts. One, when I explain something, I understand it better, and this is a well known fact. If you want to get deeper, to test your knowledge of something, explain it to some other person. The other thing is for other people to benefit if there is something to benefit. Okay, so this is the high of the range. So it's at 19. 57,300. You watch this number, okay? This is the high. So 109.57,300. 30 actually. Okay. And I'm very meticulous about this. This is how I trade, how I exactly trade. Okay, let's move this to blue. So this is the high of the range. We now need to identify the low of the range. And the low of the range, as we said, it is the latest um I missed the word. The latest pullback from the nearest from the low. Okay, so this is a drawback. Let's make sure. No, it's not. So this went down, but we don't have any. pullbacks here, we have a pullback here. So this is the most recent one. Okay. And in the future, we will concentrate more about minor inducement. This is the inducement, minor inducement and major inducement as per what Paul says. So a minor inducement happens when the pullback is before the break, and a major inducement is one that happens if the inducement is after the break. Okay, so this is until now a minor inducement and it was hit. So we have the high and the low of the range now. Okay, and this low, watch this number now. It's 108.5290. 108.5290. 108.52. Okay, here it is. So now we have the high and the low of the range. And the trend, the chart is between both of them. Now, this is a minor inducement. Normally, I don't trade, I ignore this and put a note. Let me show you the notes that I put. For example, this one, okay, this is the Euro USD. This one lost, and now we have a new range. So when a change of character happens, and we will talk about later. Okay, so this is a downward trend, yes? So now if this low is broken, that means it's a break of character, it's a break of structure, okay? An official break of structure because the inducement has been hit. If the upper end uh, is broken. In this case, there is a difference between broken and swept, and I will explain it now. If this is broken, then this is a change of character, meaning the sentiment has changed from downward trending to upward trending. Okay, if this is broken, then the trend is down, but there is a break of structure. Okay, so let's move. Let's say, well, let's keep it to another video when we talk about the POIs. POIs, points of interest. What are the point of interest that I look at to identify opportunities? But let's move this forward. Let's keep it at 15 minutes per candle. And we are concentrating on identifying. See, it got broken. Now this is a change of character. Okay, so now this is pulled back as a break of structure, BOS. And now we have a new, in the break of structure, we keep the low. I mean, whatever direction it is, we keep the other part, which is the low in this case. Remember here we said we took the highest retracement, okay, of this area. But in a change of structure, we keep, in this case, the low, and we start looking for a high. So now, what is the pullback? This is the pullback for now, okay? So let's see what will happen. Okay, this is a pullback, but we did not break this high. So until now, this is the recent pullback for the highest high. Okay, so we might get a hit and another minor inducement. Let's put this here. Okay, what's the low here? The low here is 109.1030. 109.1030. Okay, let's move. So if this got hit, now it got hit, and now this is the high of the range, and again we have a minor inducement which I don't trade on. Okay, so this is the high of the range at 109.7580. 109.7580. Okay, 109. Okay, so this is the range now. This is the low, this is the high. Let's check if this was hit. No, it wasn't. And let's forward. Okay, like that. It most probably we will have another change of character. Let's see. To continue the original downward movement. Okay, let's fast forward more. Okay, interesting. It didn't hit the lower range, and as long as the chart is within those two, there is nothing happening. All this is nothing until one of the ranges, the high or the low, is broken. And let's see here. Let's go to 550. Okay. Let's bring this to 550. Okay, I was going to show you the notes. For example, the notes that I put on my charts. So this is a break of character, a change of character, a bull on the bull side, and the lower range is the same as the previous range, which is this one here. Let's see if we can put it all together on the same. Yes. Okay. And now we're waiting for this. This is untouched minor IDM. So it's a minor IDM. Why it is minor? And because this is the latest pullback which happened before the break happens, and it is still not touched, and until it is, we can identify the height of the range. And if it stayed as minor IDM, how it becomes major? Let's say this goes down without touching the IDM and goes up. That becomes the new inducement for that high. And in this case, since the inducement is here and after the break, it becomes major inducement. Let me show you another. Let's see if there is something here. No, this is, okay, this is the note here. The SL more than 49 pips, so it's larger than anything I can take. This is another on the GBP USD untouched major IDM for swing high. I'm waiting for the swing high. And actually, I think I'll leave that until tomorrow. This is the latest one. And this happened today, I think, after I finished trading. Yeah. After not I finished trading, after I finished it, because I go through all this every day, okay, and see all the trading ranges, what opportunities there are, and all that. Okay, let's go back. So, okay, let's move. Okay, so it has been touched. So now it's a break of structure, not change of character. Since it is a break of structure, we will see the latest retracement. Okay, the latest retracement. So it went up here, it made a sweep. Okay, and let's see which one. The low, this is the low. Okay, this is the low of the new low of the range here, and we take that away. Usually I don't delete it, I just keep it backward. Okay, so it's at 270. Okay, and we have a new low here at 108. No, what? Yes, 108, 55, 40. Okay, so this is the new low, and we will be waiting for, and we'll retrace that back to the break. Okay, and this is the new inducement. Let's check. Yes, this is the latest pullback. Wait, we have another one. See, this is what I was talking about. So now we move this here. Now this becomes a major inducement because it happened after the break. So this is the candle that broke, and this candle is after this candle in time. Okay, not above or below, after it, it happened after it. Okay, so this is the inducement. Now if this hits, it becomes, and it did hit it. Now this is a major inducement, and at this point we start identifying where are the POIs. Normally what we want, since this is an upward trend, now we will be looking for opportunities, for buying opportunities. And in the next video, we will talk about what those POIs or points of interest are and how we draw them and how we deal with them. Okay, so enough for this video. And the next video, we will be talking about points of interest. I don't know if we will continue with this. We might. Let's see. Okay. Again, I will link to the person, and this link is free, by the way. I'm not getting anything. Yes, I am learning blogging and I'm into affiliate marketing, still learning the ropes of that. And this is another thing, I'm learning it through something called Wealthy Affiliate. If you're interested as well, I have a link. If you're interested in blogging your journey, what I'm doing here is that to increase my learning in trading, I am learning how to blog so as to document everything that I'm learning into that blog. At the same time, I'm looking into another revenue stream. So if I learned blogging in a good way, so that will generate another stream for me. If you're interested in that as well, there will be a link here, either here or in the, you will find it here as well as in the blog post. Okay, so enough for now, and we'll see you on the next video where we talk about points of interest. Thank you very much, and see you then. And for those who subscribed in this channel or have continued to follow the blog just for the reason to get because I've been talking about it for a while, to get the link for the original person who I based my methodology on. If you don't like your content, so if you don't like this content, so you're off the hook now. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.